going to get after those year-over-year Stouffville real estate numbers today, starting with the numbers at the top. So in July 2024, 53 total units sold in Stouffville, and that's across all home types. Total sales, currently in July, 59 total units sold across all home types. Average sale price is $1,309,000 in Stouffville a year ago. In June of 2025, $1,270,000. July 2025, we're trending at $1,155,000 is the average sale price across all home types. So yes, overall, when you're looking at the average sale price, we're getting a decline year over year, but you always have to keep in mind that with that average sale that we're comparing all home types. So depending on what's predominantly selling that particular month, be it townhouses, semis, or that's multi-million dollar, that price around a little bit. But the reality is yes, we are in a market that is currently declining. The SNLR stands for sales listings ratio. It tells us out of the homes that came on the market that month, what's the percentage of those homes that sold. So a year ago, 46% of the homes that came on the market sold. 22.9% of the homes on the market in June sold. So we're seeing a lot of unsold, virtually 80%. We've seen an uptick in July 2025, we have 34% of the homes came on the market sold. Months of inventory, the MOI. So that statistic refers to if homes came on the market after today at the current the current rate of buying, or the current rate of consumption, as we call it. How long would it take to the current inventory? So 4.3 months of inventory a year ago, 6.9 months in June, currently 6.4 months. So we've seen a slight decline in the amount of the that's carrying month to month. We have seen a slight uptick in the SNLR. So that numbers generally go. So as the absorption rate goes up, generally we see the months of inventory come down, and vice versa. They do sometimes travel in the same direction, but not always. So this is good news. At 34%, we're still technically a buyer's market where there is more supply than there is demand. And with over 6 months of inventory, definitely there is more supply than demand. Sale price to list price ratio, selling 97% of ask a year ago, 98% of ask in June. In July, 97% of ask again. Homes predominantly selling under asking price. Days on market to get a home sold. A year ago, we were 26 days to get a home sold, but 41 days was the average that house was on the market. In June 2025, we had the average number of days the home was 25. And again, the home in total on average on the market, 39 days. So it tells us that there was some type of cancellation and relist, maybe a price adjustment, maybe not. And June 2025, we're looking at 32 days on average to get a home sold. So we're seeing it taking longer to get homes sold, but the entire listing process itself of that specific home would be around 49 days in average. What's in it buyers right now? It can be a busy market, but up to you. Sellers. It is a busy market. It's totally up to you. This is not a time to test the market. It's not a time to try a price. If you're serious, if you're serious about selling, then you have to get serious about selling. You're just out to test. You're just going to be sitting disappointed with the no showings generally equals no offers. And for buyers right now, there is a lot of inventory out there, but I keep having buyers tell me the same thing. Darren, there's no houses coming out. Darren, there's so many out, right? And there's so much inventory out there that there are people holding off, but we're also in August. And so August does traditionally tend to be a bit of a slow month. Near the end of August, as we get into September, we see the market sort of ramp up again. Right now is a key time. Buyers, there's a lot of people that are vacationing, that are out of the province on vacation, not even thinking about real estate. This is a time where you can maybe go in and grab something up with less competition or a more flexible seller because they've been sitting on the market for maybe a couple of months. So there's lots of opportunities out there, but I have buyers that continue to tell me there's nothing coming out. There's nothing coming out. A tenancy, a home that's most amount of activity in the first 2 weeks on the market. And what we find with that oftentimes is buyers just want to run to the new houses, the old inventory. But, this is the magic in a market. If you look at the old inventory that's been on the market 90 days, 120 days, and there's lots of them out there. And those are the ones that maybe you can find the motivation with that seller. But I'll tell you, the only way to find a motivation from a seller is to put in an offer. You got to put it on paper. Verbal is not an offer. Thinking about an offer at home while you're drinking a glass of wine, that's not an offer. Calling your agent, asking them what they think about this price in your head, that's not an offer. Getting your agent to write an offer, you signing it, and your agent submitting it to the other side, that's an offer. And that's what it takes to find out what a motivated seller is in this market. So if you have any questions about how this information would land for a specific home type, feel free to connect.